Welcome back to Eco, and it's time to finish off that research that we started at the end of last episode and get some food shortly. So let's go in here, and we've got the farming skill book, so we can go and grab that, learn from our scroll, and we have the ability to farm, or at least we can learn farming now. So if we pop into our skill points, go across to farmer, and you'll see there's a farming specialty. Or speciality. No, specialties. Okay, and in here we have a bunch of things we can do. So we can actually create seeds. We do that using a farming station. I've sort of run out of room in our current cabin, so I'm going to have to remove one of the stations and then put it back again. We can do that in the early game if we want to. You don't lose those stations by picking them up, but you gain efficiency from using the hoe, and I think we may have got an F3 one, I hope. Why haven't I got a free one of those? It's normally the case, but I don't see one in my inventory. Maybe we'll get it from one of the others. That's fine. So, yeah, this is just the efficiency, just like before. So, again, very cheap first upgrade. And cheap seed production. And then we can also look at seed production efficiency. Again, cheap all the way down for the first upgrade. And level 2 and even level 3. Yep, so that unlocks different kind of seeds that we can make. So that's going pretty well. We're going to have to go through fertilizers and milling as well, but not just yet. In Chef, we're probably going to get to advanced Campfire, I think I mentioned. Did I? I think that's what I said at the end of the last episode. Yeah, advanced Campfire cooking. So we're going to order that one. And we're going to need 8 charred tomatoes and 8 charred corn. We should be able to do that. We can just put our corn in that I collected. And yeah, we can just order them from the fire. So, tomato, we just want 3 of those. In fact, let me order a couple more because I'm going to need to eat soon. And let me also order 8 of these corn. That's those taken care of. We now need to take care of camas bulbs, I think are the last ones. So if we have a look on the map, let's see if I'm close to any of that area. There we go. So directly to our northwest is a good place to go. So let's head over there. I think that's northwest, is it? Yep, it is. I'm heading in the right direction. And you want a shovel for these because they are root vegetables. Or at least root plants. We're going to need to grab. Oh, is this it? Yeah, there we go. Very similar kind of colour to the tall kind of lavender-like things. But we should be able to get them from here. It won't dig up the ground. That's the obvious thing, obvious difference. And very, very easy to get a hold of them. Now, because of the bulbs, if you want to actually farm them, I think you just replant the bulbs. I think you do that with the beans as well. So you're not going to get bean seeds or anything because they are the seeds in effect for that plant. So that is all easy to get started. So I've got 35 of these. Yeah, and you can see same colour, just a different shape. Oh, this is slightly pinker, maybe. Okay, so did it want the grilled version of these or the charred version of these? It did, I think. Missing 4 of them. Okay, let's put these in our ingredients box as well. We've got plenty now. And I'm going to just eat some beans, I think. That's give me a bit more protein and fat. There we go. Up to 811 per day now. And maybe I should just... stomach's full. Okay, I can't take any more. Never mind. Let's just order the bulbs to be cooked then. Charred camas bulbs. 4. And that will be automatic. All you then need to do is then just hook up your research table just temporarily to be able to fetch from your storage chest that it's going to get the ingredients from. It'll start processing, and again, just like before, when we built more than one workbench, you can have more than one research going if you have enough ingredients to do that. But I certainly don't on single player. However, you know, this is going to take time to actually research these things, like 5 minutes. It goes up to like half an hour for later projects, even in the early game. So you're going to start it going. Leave the campfire to make the ingredients for it, and you can just walk away and carry on doing other stuff, which is good. And speaking of other stuff, I'm going to continue spending into this hewing sort of tech tree just by reducing the cost to make hewn logs from regular logs. Speed, I don't care that much about it, but I do definitely want to make sure I don't spend too many logs on this kind of thing, and I'm almost at maximum level, so I think I'll take that up as far as I can do, just to reduce the amount of trees I have to chop down. Yeah, I'm just really nervous about how long it takes them to regrow. So if you've got any tips, by the way, on this episode, particularly on how to regrow crops, most crops I'm okay with in the early game, but trees, they're another thing coming. They at least when I've tried this in test worlds, they tend to take quite a long time to regrow. And let's just grab that beet. And this is an oak, so again, I can't get any seeds from it. This tends to give you the most logs out of all the trees that you can get. You should see why in a minute. Once it drops, it gets sliced up into very thin slices of the trunk. So just a few more. There it goes. And we get lots of nice wood pulp around all over the place, which we can reuse for pitch later. And now, of course, I can just chop this up into many different slices, which I do like this kind of the way it subdivides the ingredients in here. And again, even these will get sliced into much thinner sections in order that I can even pick them up. Even that isn't quite enough. Whoops, that one and that one. There we go. So now you can just go and hold down E and just pick up as many as you want. Take them back to your stockpile. And our advanced campfire recipe is now done. So again, we can just grab this and grab the skill scroll. And I've only got 2 skill points, but we can go into chef and learn advanced campfire cooking. All right, so this gives you more recipes. So as you can see, if I hover over here, charred fish and meat recipe, they're quite important. And recipes that are going to be important for research is the bannock recipe. That's needed for later. Campfire roast recipe, so that's going to be level 3. So we just take level 1 for now. That'll give us the charred meat and charred fish recipe. And again, this is efficiency, so it reduces the cost for them. We'll get those skill points. As you can see, we're out to 832 just from eating and trying to keep things fairly balanced. And at the moment, you'll see vitamins is a little bit less balanced than the rest. So for that, you can, as long as you don't mind a bit of a carbs increase, you can use huckleberries to increase that. Do I actually have any in my inventory? I usually do. Yep, there we go. So we've increased the amount of skill point per day that we go for, so we're a little bit more balanced, and that will help us balance things just a little bit. There's not very many calories in those berries, but there is a lot more sort of vitamins than anything else, so we can use them to rebalance when you need to. As you can see, we're building up a nice stockpile. We've got a stack of, I don't know, nearly 100 wood. I'm going to wait for some skill points to get more efficient on the conversion of that wood into hewn logs. And yeah, I'm going to keep on exploring, gather some more materials. Alright, so I've added another room to our house. This is probably going to be either the kitchen or the bedroom. Probably the kitchen, actually, and the bedroom maybe the other side. Yeah, so I've added, it's the same size as the original room. On the outside, I'm probably going to extend it a little bit further, just to make this a larger room so I can have room for a staircase. Because one of the things we got with wood construction, if I just grab some of the, yep, so here we are, hewn logs. Let's grab a few of those. We're using the stone hammer, so I can then scroll wheel up, well, shift scroll wheel, and we'll then get stairs. So we can use those to get to an upper level. Let's actually just go to the block form first of all, because we're going to have to put this along this side over here. Yep. Let's see how many blocks it takes to actually get from that level. Well, we're going to have to come in one, aren't we? Because that's going to be the outside wall. Yeah. Or at least nearly the outside wall. So maybe if we come in one. And then I'm probably going to need a temporary block to place the stairs on, are we? Let's just give that a go. No, that's fine. Yeah, we are going to need temporary blocks. So let's get rid of that. And then we can put another one here. And we can do that just we should be able to do it fairly quickly. But that should be enough. So let's just go back to the stair blocks. It's just about enough, isn't it? So you're going to need at least 7 spaces, I guess. So once we get onto here, it should be pretty quick to run up to the top, and then, you know, our floor is going to be going that way, isn't it? So we can just grab, again, some blocks. And then we can have an upper floor. Now, of course, we're still going to need walls up here. And again, another ceiling to be able to count these as a you know, a room. But in the meantime, we'll have a way of getting up there. Okay. So next, I think we should look back at the research before I build any more of these. And we've got the advanced food cooking now. Have we? Let's just have a look at what we've got in storage. So we've got wood construction, farming, advanced campfire. All right, so it'd be nice if I could just check these off. I don't make these anymore. I don't want to see them anymore. Butchery we can get by hunting. Cooking, that's actually going to take quite a bit more to actually get to. Farming we've got. Fertilizers we can do. That just requires some plant fiber and some dirt. So that might be worthwhile doing. We shouldn't need it too much immediately, but it is worthwhile getting. Lumber we don't have yet. Milling we definitely don't have yet. Although we could... No, we need mortar stone for that. So I guess we're down to looking at... Yeah, I think we are pretty much just looking at stuff up here, this butchery. We don't need it just yet, so let's have a look at what we can build. I think it's going to be something we need to build next in here somewhere. Let's have a look. We're certainly going to want some boards, so let's make some of those anyway. I should have enough wood. That takes 4 per board. Can I actually get those to be cheaper? Let's have a look. We've got 39 skill points in carpenter, in hewing, logging, wood construction. Wood construction, is it? What is it in lumber? That's efficiency for lumber processing. Yeah, not quite exactly what I want. Is it going to be one of these, maybe? I don't want the hewn logs. Woodworking efficiency. Board recipe. There we go. So that decreases the log cost. So let's just take a couple of levels of that. Maybe 3 levels. And we'll unlock this to get some more recipes. And now we can make things like chairs. And chairs are one of the items that will increase this other gauge we haven't seen yet. So we can get a butchery table. That's one possibility. We're still going to need boards, but remember now the boards are down to 2, which is a bit more reasonable. We're going to have to get them down to 1, but 2 would do. Let's just make 20 boards, shall we? That'll take 10 minutes. I think I'm going to probably increase my skill points in that there. So we're going to get a small table or a table, and that's just going to need some boards. Then tailoring tables, wainwright tables, and wooden straw beds. And the wooden straw beds may be worthwhile me queuing one of those, actually. Wherever we're going to put the bedroom. In fact, yeah, let's make that room into the bedroom. And maybe that will increase our skill points. So we can order one of those. They're going to take 5 minutes. So we need 10 boards and some plant fibers. We've got everything else. So I just need some plant fibers, which is easy to get. We just need this and some grass. We don't need very many plant fibers, I don't think. What does it say? Still needs 8 boards and 10 plant fibers. Well, that's more than enough. So we can just put this in one of our chests somewhere, and it should get picked up by that that research. Sorry, the construction. Where's my plant fibers gone? Where have my plant fibers gone? Oh, there they are. Okay, we can just put them in there. It's automatically been taken, so there's no real problems. And is there anything else I want to put in there? I probably should put more of this wood pulp. I'm going to reuse that up fairly soon. Which reminds me, we can do that on the masonry table and set them both going at the same time. Masonry pitch, no. Mill, no. Where is it? So it needs mortar production 1. So we're going to spend some more points. Got into mason, into mortaring, and then you've got these two kind of parallel lines. stoneworking. That opens up the stone brazier and tallow lamps. Both quite useful. Stone braziers just take wood blocks and actually have a fair amount of time to produce light. They're just kind of an ornamental light. Bakery oven, that's going to become quite important in the chef side of things. And the kiln is really important. That's at level 4. That's the way to get to tier 2 in stonework. You're going to need the kiln. But at mortar production, we've got all of this side of things, so we can unlock both sides. And what else does this give us? I think it needs fibre and pulp pitch recipe, so we need level 2 in that. This gives us a bakery oven, and eventually will give us a kiln. We don't need that just yet. Yeah, this is just the efficiency, so this is going to be the cost of that. As normal, we're going to increase that cost on both sides. And I think I'll take another level of that while we're at it. And this is just the speed on the bottom, so if it's too slow, we can obviously increase that. Not as important for me, but we can increase the mining efficiency just by 1 level. The next one actually becomes more expensive. And is there anything equivalent to what we want to do in Carpenter? I think we've expanded that a little bit. The logging damage, so this will just help me be able to log a little bit faster. Again, the first upgrades are quite cheap. And what are you? Hewn log construction. So level 2. So what else can we make at level 2 with hewn logs? Let us make a better building. This isn't making hewn logs. We need to make some more. It is quite cheap to make them now, but we've got 123 logs left, see, so we can, let's just make, I'm going to need probably another 70 or 80, so let's just make 70 and order them. And that's 1 workbench pretty much occupied for a little while. As you can see, our stockpile's gone down, but that will come back up as they finish their jobs. Oh, one thing, by the way, don't stand on top of the stockpile while things are being changed in it. You can when there's nothing happening, but it can get you stuck, and type /unstuck, I think, to actually get that done and sort that out in case that happens. Otherwise, we're pretty much okay. Let's just grab this and this. We'll be taking all this wall down, actually. Do I have enough in this wall to fill in all this space already? I don't think we do, so I'll leave it as a doorway. And we'll extend this into our bedroom. So, what else can we construct now? Anything? Ooh, that looks like a roof block. Not that I need a roof block just yet, mind you, but yeah, so if I put one there, and let's just put a block down temporarily. Okay, so we get an angled roof. And I'm out of blocks again. No problem, let's just take away this one. So if I put one here, will it just extend that roof upwards? I hope it will. Let's have a look. Okay, so it'll appear like the peak of the roof, unless... And what happens if I take this away? Yeah, you see, that only allows for a solid roof, which is a little bit odd. I might want a hollow roof, you know, and have a nice interior space. Huh. If anyone knows who's played this, let me know if you can do that. I'd be quite interested in having a hollow roof. In any case, we don't need the roof just yet because we'll make another story. Alright, what's next? Okay, so with some further expansion, we've now got a few extra rooms going on. Bear in mind that this hole in the ceiling means this isn't counted as a room, so I've left this entirely separate in sort of this sort of very narrow sort of corridor-like room. And you can tell that if you look at the very bottom left, you can see if I just pop in here, it says room volume 30. Nothing here. And as soon as I come in here, it's 75, and then 75 again. So we were able to just keep this minimized, and then, you know, of course, I'll build the upper story probably next episode or the one after, depends. Initially, maybe put the bedroom downstairs, and then we'll move it upstairs once we turn this into a kitchen, or move the kitchen out, you know, out here somewhere, something like that. Seems appropriate given our fire's right there. So let's get to that, and that should open up some more skill points for us, or at least it should start filling up this gauge here. So let's have a look and see what's already been built. I think I asked it to build a latrine, some more chests. So the latrine's done. Toilet. it just goes in the one room. So yeah, it's going to be this way. Place that down, and we now get 6 skill points. So if we open that, obviously we're not going to use it. It only takes 8 meters cubed, so you could have an outhouse if you wanted to. But, you know, it's working just fine, and it's contained within a room. We don't really want it in a room with anything else, apart from, you know, a nice window. Maybe a magazine rack, or an iPad stand or something. Anyway, moving on. What else do we got? We got a bed, so let's pop that down. And we can put it in here, maybe, if we make this our sort of bedroom. Again, it's a very low quality bed, but our house is now up to 24 skill points a day. And you'll see it shows up 2 different things, 2 different rooms. Once a bathroom, and once a bedroom. Remember that sometimes some things counteract each other, so you've got to be careful about what you build in each room. But yeah, we got a chair, so let's put that in here. Let's see if this actually helps or hinders. So maybe if we put it there. So that's negative. Is it? Your house now provides 25.9. What was it before? 24. So it is positive. Okay, let's put the chair back down. And I think I've got it building a table now on the carpentry bench. At least hopefully I have. Some boards, a door. I actually want a small table at least, so I can order one of those. And that should be it for furniture. We can get an ice box, but that's going to be for a kind of kitchen area, so we can order one of those as well. As you'll see outside, you know, it's just going to come off our stockpile here. We've still got some more hewn logs that we can actually use. We've not got copper ore being used yet, or stone or iron, so that's fine. Repair table. This can go anywhere. I think it can even go outside, so I'm going to put it next to our stockpile in some way. At least I hope so. Let's just put it there for now. Status. Doesn't seem to say anything, so it seems it would work fine outside. We do, however, only want to link it to certain things, so probably the stockpile is just fine. It typically uses up iron. Not sure if iron ingots are in the stockpile. They could be in a chest, but for now, let's just leave it to stockpile. So anything made of wood we can repair here already, and stone. So let's just do our stone hammer. And it repairs, and it pulls that repair straight from the stockpile. Unfortunately, this is an iron axe, so we can't repair that just yet. Iron scythe, iron pickaxe. Yeah, the only thing that's stone is this. So that is worthwhile having, at least around somewhere. Did I build anything else? I think I may have built a couple more things, but I could have already placed them down. Let's have a look in here. So making some pitch and some boards. Made a hoe, so that's for farming. So the way you use this is just head to wherever you want a farm and just hoe the ground. Turns it into tilled ground, and it removes the plants, which is kind of useful. If you want a dirt floor, you could use that on the inside of your house. But until we have a way of sampling the soil, we don't really have any good way of determining where we can farm, or at least not without just random chance. So to do that for farming, if you pop down the world layers and scroll all the way to the bottom, what we're probably going to be looking at is some way of farming a few different things: wheat, tomatoes, beets, etc. So let's just go for beets first. They tend to be quite a fast crop to grow. And beets yield potential. Okay, and let's show that in the world. And that's going to colour the world according to this. So we want to put our beets over here for the highest potential yield. And I don't think that means that that's, you know, this is the ideal ground for them. It just means that, you know, we've got a better chance here. Sort of or anywhere around this kind of area seems to be fine. What we don't yet know is the temperature and the moisture of the soil. And we won't have no ability to know that straight away anyway. However, in the meantime, we can plant them anyway and see how well they actually do. So, you know, no harm in doing that to start off with. And that will get you some early food. And wow, this tree trunk is taking a while. There it goes. So I've got some already in my inventory. Beet seeds. So I'm just going to get rid of this tree pulp first of all. And what I'll probably bring eventually up is the level of dirt. Bring it up. In fact, is that? It's actually a little bit higher down here. Yes, it's a little bit lighter. We want the lighter colours. What I think I'll probably do is move some dirt around to level this whole area out down here and make it into a sort of a mezzanine of for farming. So let's just place 7 down here for now. And if we just turn off that world layer setting, yeah, this looks a lot nicer. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now plants also have an issue with overcrowding, but for beets we're just going to start off like this anyway, and we will figure them out later. For now I'm just going to plant a few, and some may die. When they die they go brown, and if you want to dig those up, just use the shovel on them if they go brown. And yeah, so we got them started. We can't tell much more about them just yet, but we will do fairly soon once we get into farming and fertilizers. I think we need the farming station to do that, and I think we have the ability to build the farming station. Is it in our main workbenches? I think it probably is. So the farmer's table is what we want. Now that's going to take up some logs and some dirt, unfortunately. So logs is relatively easy. I'm going to get rid of this one tree around here. Yeah, because I may want to put another farm down here, so we may as well get rid of this one. Yes, I haven't got the stuff from the leaves, but there's plenty of other cedars and birch around here, so I'm not too worried about 1 or 2 trees. There he goes. Until if I just shouts timber every single time, which works on a multiplayer server as well, by the way, in case you were wondering. All you can hear is other people shouting all over the place when they're actually using wood. So let's just grab that. Do we have 20. Yeah, I'll come back for the rest of it off camera. And dirt, unfortunately, until we get carts, and I do have the recipe for the cart, but I just haven't built one yet, and we need roads as well. Dirt is going to be a 1-to-1 thing, meaning I need to go and grab dirt from somewhere, like say here, and go and put it in our stockpile. And it is going to get pulled in automatically by the table, but there's no faster way to do this at the start. It gets a lot faster later, but we're not there yet. Okay, let's do that off camera. Okay, and with that on build, the other thing we're going to want to build, and this is probably for next episode, is the butchery table as well. So we're going to order that up. And all these things will just queue up naturally. I think we've got 5 spaces or something like that that we can queue up for jobs. The icebox will go with the butcher's table in wherever we put the kitchen area. And they should multiply and help. And then we're going to get to milling at some point soon as well. You're going to need to choose a water wheel or a windmill. Whichever you've got nearby is fine. Windmills are just strapped to the sides of your house. Just 1 block free is fine. They'll start rotating. Or water mills kind of look cool as well. Nice to set up in a river if you have a river nearby. We have both, but this house is not right next to a river, so we can put a windmill on it, I think. So maybe down this end of the house, we'll build up a small tower, not very big, but just something to have a win. Oh, and there's the asteroid. How long have we got left? 29 days, 19 hours. So we've been at this for 4 hours, 20 minutes. Yeah, something like that. And that's 3 episodes. So I think that's going to be it for this episode. We're going to wait for all those to build, and we'll place them down in the next episode. And hope you'll join me then. Feel free to subscribe, share, and like, of course. Give us a thumbs up. Give me some comments. If you've played this game before, whoops, let's turn on the torch. If you've played this game before, let me know if you've got any tips. More than happy to hear them. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.